Hello and welcome to day 20 of my alternative spring tour. This week my focus is going to be very much on health because it ties in with M.E.Awareness month, which is a subject very close to my heart. And today I'd like to share with you a reading from my book from a section called Health about my own experiences of ME. Age 51. December 2010. I had a nasty flu-like virus that I couldn't shake off. I had damaged the same ankle that I'd broken a few years earlier and was once again on crutches for 6 weeks. I was also putting myself under enormous pressure. Age 52, November 2011, ME was diagnosed. A mild diagnosis, not even moderate or severe. ME is known as an invisible illness. Other people can't see it. It isn't obvious like a broken arm or perhaps a heavy cold. And when someone with ME is very poorly, they won't be out in public or choose to be in company anyway. Throughout 2011, my health issues had escalated. Persistent, overwhelming and unexplained periods of severe fatigue, flu-like symptoms, aching, squirmy muscles, occasional electric headaches, digestive issues, very poor sleep, irritable skin, palpitations, fuzzy head, vertigo. Big emotional issues with a very heightened stress response, poor concentration, short-term memory problems, light and noise intolerance. My experience of ME is as follows. Trivial tasks such as writing an email or making a bed would be mentally and physically exhausting. I heard someone say that she bawled her eyes out when she couldn't fit a fork in the dishwasher. That's the sort of level of stress response you can get with ME. Stress of any form would then trigger physical symptoms such as digestive pain and discomfort, aching muscles, irritable skin, headaches, and ultimately result in fatigue that compares to no other form. Your battery is empty and you don't have anything on standby. The default of your thought patterns is likely to be negative a lot of the time. Fears feature heavily. It is as likely also, though, that physical symptoms start without a stress trigger and for no apparent reason. Undertaking tasks on a day when you feel well and find those hard to resist would mean being exhausted the day afterwards. I have taken many risks knowing this, but finding the temptation too great. In the first 2 to 3 years of my illness, when it was at its worst, I still had a good degree of fitness. I even remember swimming 24 lengths one day, resulting in being in bed for the next 3. Now I only manage 12, although I'm building on it. Whilst my health has improved, my fitness has regressed. I would wear dark glasses a lot of the time, not to be cool, but to minimise the effects that bright lights or the overwhelming sensory overload caused by sound, light and groups or crowds of people can cause. If you have a fuzzy, vertiginous head, driving 2 miles down the road is likely to be as exhausting and as great an impossibility as driving from Land's End to John O'Groats, and is likely to be highly unsafe not only for you, but for other road users. On bad days, moving further than from the bedroom to the lounge was not possible physically. It would also have been a painfully daunting and overwhelming experience, especially if it involved interaction with people. Social interaction was exhausting, with many hours being spent taking myself away to a quiet room or even to bed to be alone when other people were in our house or when we were visiting the homes of others. For many years, this was enormously upsetting. I continue to have to make many choices about what I can do or take on, even just on a daily basis. I have to be more considered than most healthy people of my age. I've made many mistakes where these decisions have been concerned, and there have been many repercussions. There still are, but as long as I can try and factor those things in, the disappointment is lessened, and I now have a very good quality of life. ME has severely limited my capacity to do many things, but it has also changed and shaped my life, sometimes in very positive ways. I had to stop doing many things like earning a living because I couldn't sustain employment. I had to stop performing, having only just started. But because of it, I started writing a journal, not a diary of events, but keeping a journal, a record of my thoughts and feelings. This in turn led to me writing poems, which in many cases became song lyrics. It gave me permission to know that I didn't always have to be doing something. This gave me time and space and a head clear enough to reflect and be more measured and creative. I do not undermine the enormous struggles ME has brought me. I am also keen not to undermine those who have suffered more with this illness and have illnesses that may be deemed more serious. Thank you.